Fantano just cooked Adin Ross. Why is Adin Ross promoting all these horribles ass niggas now that I think about it? Yo, chat, yo, chat, yo, chat. Streets are saying that Adin Ross is getting exposed again. I don't know what's going on right now, but Poetic Flacco is about to let us know right after I get zooted and booted, and I'll be right back. All right, chat. We're zooted, booted, and ready to get into it. All right, let's get into this video.
Adin Ross and Fantano have been going back and forth on social media trying to prove to black people who's the better white man, who's the good one, and who's the bad one. They both have made compelling cases.
We're talking about. Move on.
Hold on. Off the bat, hold on. Let's restart this video, because what the fuck did you just say?
Adin Ross and Fantano have been going back and
Who the fuck is Fantano?
forth on social media trying to prove to black people who's the better white man, who's the good one, and who's the bad one.
It doesn't matter. Why are we trying to prove to black people who the better white man is? Just be a good person and it'll show. Like, you don't have to prove it to us who's the better white man. Everybody's gonna have their opinions. Just be the best you that you can be.
They both have made compelling cases.
What the fuck type of argument is this?
Move on. The last thing I'll say is these people watch their engagement just drop. You guys will never hear about them ever again. A lot of these Twitter people, you'll never see them or hear about them ever again, I promise. I swear to God, watch. I'm done. Moving on. But I do have to say, Anthony Fantano, suck my dick. Suck my dick.
We'll get back to the video shortly, but this video is being sponsored
we're gonna get back to the video right now. But get your bread, Flacco.
Fuck you. You have nothing to say. Except for, why do you call black people hard R's? Why do you do that, Anthony Fantano? Why do you do that?
Why do you do that, Anthony Fantano? You let me know, bitch.
What's wrong with you?
Fuck
and you're
is
like
wrong
40
with
years
your
old.
ass?
Like, dude, you're like,
I'm
I don't get
offended.
it. Moving on.
That's a phenomenal question. I've wondered the same thing for many years. But because Fantano falls in line with who the hip-hop peers believe is the perfect example of how a white man should operate in hip-hop, they give him the pass for his nasty past and his nasty history.
Bro, we're not giving him a pass for saying the hard R as a white man just because of some hip-hop shit, bro. No, bro. The fuck, y'all niggas is so weird.
They give him the pass for saying the N-word with the hard R in multiple videos. We just forget that ever happened because Fantano knows how to placate, knows how to pander to whatever y'all want him to pander to, because he's one of the good white boys that hip-hop purists likes. So I've wondered the same thing, Adin. Okay, now Fantano couldn't just let that slide now, right? Adin can't be pulling his card like that. So Fantano decided he was gonna drop a hit piece of his own on Adin, but instead of, I guess, pulling up things that Adin has done himself, because Adin has pulled up, Fantano has said the N-word with the hard R on camera multiple times.
Listen, I don't even know who Fantano is, and I already don't like him off of this. This is my first time ever hearing Fantano's name in this reaction. This is how you know that every reaction I do is live. I don't even know who Fantano is. I already don't like Fantano just because all I heard is white man uses hard R, calls black people hard R. No, why? No, I don't like that.
Essentially attacked Adin for who he's connected to or who he chose to be friends with.
Hey, what's up, Adin? How you doing?
Oh, hell nah, bro. Hey, this is Fantano. Can we get this guy the fuck up out of here, bro? It's 2026. Hey, you know what, bro?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. I hope this email...
Nobody fucking asks. Nobody gives a fuck if you're good.
Email finds you well. We don't need to mince words. We don't need to go into backstory or anything like that. You know what I've said about you. I know what you've said about me. You seemed kind of upset, which I understand because you come across like the type of person who very much seeks validation from older men.
What's the biggest thing about you? Like you must have something huge about yourself. What's the biggest thing?
But we're not here to talk about that.
That's a bad clip. And it's crazy because that's the type of content that blew Adin Ross up, which is fucking crazy, bro. Like, I never could get down with the gay shit for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Adin Ross, when I used to watch his streams back in the day, I was watching his streams because of the other people who was on his streams. He was entertaining, of course, himself, but I can't just watch a Adin Ross stream because of all the gay shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was just me though.
We're here to address is that you're not going to get away with sort of assassinating my character, dragging me down with you, and acting as if I'm a horrible, terrible human being. There's just one thing I need to point out to prove that isn't true. Because if I was like the worst person on the planet, if I was a hateful person, if I was somebody who was bigoted and misogynist, you would like me. You would think I'm awesome. You would be drawn toward me like a fly toward For example, if I had a case with a 14-year-old child, you would want to do a song with me. If I was a sex trafficker, you would want to sniff my chair. If I was a greedy, weird, gambling spokesperson, you would do stream after stream after stream with me and even get rounded up with me in a couple lawsuits. Why not? If I was a high-powered politician on the Epstein list, you would probably use your platform to help me win an election.
We good? Oh, we're good. All right.
And if I was, let's say, the supremacist, you would do even more streams with me. There would be hours of footage of you reacting to me very positively. Hell, we'd probably even be friends.
Fantano just cooked Adin Ross. Why is Adin Ross promoting all these horrible ass niggas now that I think about it? When I say I used to watch his streams for the people that was on his streams, now that I think about it, all those niggas was horrible niggas. It was just entertaining as fuck because it was toxic. That toxic vibe that Adin Ross brought, that like, he kind of like brought like a rock star energy to Twitch.
Another black thug that hates whites, ingrate. They should ship his ass to Africa.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Take your Hennessy.
Yeah.
And your Cavassier.
Everything Nick is saying right now is facts. And if you have a problem, don't get out of my stream. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know how many people are gonna me after saying this, but I think Nick Fuentes is very funny, and I like a lot of the shit he says. I just gotta with you. You understand? Like,
love
there's something about it.
Hell yeah,
there's just something about it, bro. There's something about it.
The GOAT, dude.
Sniffing a grown man chair isn't Adin Ross' brightest moment. I think Adin Ross is a white supremacist sympathizer. I think Adin Ross has a lot of white supremacist friends, and at some point we got to start having a conversation. If you got nothing but racist white folks around you, when do we start considering you one of the racist white folks? In the case of Adin and Fantano, I think they're both suspected white supremacists. I think we're both suspecting of both of them. We don't have any type of concrete 100% evidence that they are, but I mean, look at their actions online.
Right.
Look at their actions online. Now, if I have to go off. Now, I hope Fantano has more than just Adin Ross's relationships, because Fantano, you actually said the things. Now, if Adin Ross is hanging out with people who say the things, and if that's bad, then how should we treat somebody who actually said the things? You said the things that we're supposed to chastise Adin Ross for hanging out with people who say. You understand where that goes? Now, in the grand scheme of things, if both Adin Ross and Fantano, let's just pretend here, okay? Go to an alternate universe where we find out they're both white supremacists. Now, if I had to choose, okay, who is a more formidable or scarier opponent to black people in our agenda, it's probably Fantano. Adin Ross is an idiot. He's a stooge. Bro, like, Adin Ross is not threatening.
Bro. Like, the whole thing is, like, Adin Ross, he doesn't, like he said, he doesn't do the things. Fantano, I heard that you said the hard R, called niggas the hard R on camera and shit. I never saw Adin Ross do that. I never saw him do that. He might hang around bad people, but I never see Adin Ross do like bad things other than the promoting gambling thing, which anybody would promote gambling if you're getting $100 million back. Like, let's be for real. But that doesn't make Adin Ross a bad person
at all. If Adin Ross is a white supremacist, Adin Ross will probably be in like his little shack, eating his boogers, yelling N-words with the hard R in Call of Duty chat rooms, okay? Like, Adin Ross won't be out here actually trying to affect social change. Fantano, to me, he's like a little smarter one. So I think if we're basing on who's the good one and who's the bad one, just simply based on their capabilities, I'll say Fantano is probably the evil one in this situation.
Right.
And I'll say suspected white supremacists for both Adin and Fantano for different reasons. Adin, because Adin hangs around with white supremacists a lot. Fantano, due to things that came out of his own mouth. Fantano walks around with an arrogance as if he's better than black folks. while he's operating in hip hop media.
And the nigga is ugly as shit.
Fantano was an ugly ass nigga.
Right? Like Fantano has literally terrorized certain artists to where they've been very outspoken. Like, for example, Maxo Cream, he just, like leaked his little like marketing meeting where he's speaking about how Fantano has literally like had a chokehold on his neck when it comes to every music he dropped. Fantano goes out of his way to make sure that nobody listens to this. So, Fantano is a more capable racist from my perspective. And I don't think Fantano revealing who Adin Ross hangs with is that much of a gotcha, especially if Adin Ross is bringing up the fact that Fantano actually said those things out of his mouth. Fantano actually said the N-word with the hard R. And there's no passes for that. I don't care the context.
The GOAT.
There's literally footage of you allowing this man to gaslight you live on stream into believing that hate crimes and hate crime statistics against your own people are just made up?
I'm looking at these hate crimes by different religions, and anti-Jewish is number one with 683. Could you care to explain?
Oh, yeah. Where are you getting that figure? What you actually find is that, one, a lot of hate crimes are hoaxes, like Jussie Smollett. That's the famous example. You can look into, there are a lot of these hate crimes where there'll be a Jewish cemetery or something like that, and it's a Jewish person that puts it there.
It's all about spreading love, and I'm all for it. So you just
absolutely
no hate at all, man. No hate at all.
Also, weren't you just defending FaZe Banks?
Him not wanting to start drama with somebody, him being impressionable. I don't think that compares with you saying the hard R, Mr. Fantano. And you just look so goofy. Like, bro, I hate niggas who look like him. Is it just me, or do y'all just hate niggas who look like him? Like, I fucking hate you, Fantano.
The other week?
Ricky, you're going backwards. Dude, there's nothing wrong with saying that. If you're saying it in a non-racist way with your friends, and you're not doing it on stream, and they're okay with you doing that, like, stop acting like streamers are perfect and people on the internet are perfect. No, that's not the case.
It's not okay as a grown-ass man for you to sit there and say the N-word and you're not black. See, now, maybe if you were a kid and you said it before, that's different. But as a grown-ass man, you know right from wrong. You know you shouldn't be saying
that. Having to really decide on whose side. In fact, I'll be real, bro. I'm not picking a side here,
exactly,
bro. F Adin, F Fantano, bro. F both you white boys, bro. Straight up, like we don't need y'all. Come on, bro.
I came on this bitch trying to defend Adin in the beginning of the video. Yeah, never mind. Fuck it, bro.
Well, come on, man. I gotta choose between a white boy who's giving other white boys the pass to say the N-word, and a white boy who says the N-word with the hard R. He don't even have the decency to just stop and saying the N-word. He says the N-word with the hard R. And then once we call him out for saying the N-word with the hard R, he chastises us.
Right.
And act condescending towards us.
Right.
And treat us as if we victimize him for telling him, don't say the N-word in the case of Fantano. I don't know, bro. All right, now, to me, this hit piece really was not that effective because Fantano at some point began to feel sorry for him. And then I think at some point, like, Fantano even invited Adin Ross to hit him up to chat if he really wants to change. Which to me is like, if you really thought he was that horrible.
Bro, Adin Ross, do not go to Fantano to change. Bro, we gonna let somebody worse than Adin Ross change Adin Ross? What the hell? Can we put Adin Ross next to Eminem, please? Let's get Adin Ross next to Eminem. Eminem can teach Adin Ross how to be the perfect white boy.
Well, why are you having pity on this kid?
And it's not about race.
So, no, Adin, I'm going to be real with you because, again, you're not going to gaslight me here. I know in my mind I'm nowhere near the piece of garbage that you typically hang out with because, again, if I was, we would be besties. You would come over here, get on your knees, let me fart in your mouth, and then afterwards you would say, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?" I would give you at least several chairs to sniff. I find your situation very, very sad, and And I don't so much dislike you as much as I pity you, mostly because of clips like this.
I don't care about my perception. Bro, that's been cooked. You guys think the LG community is gonna like me? You guys think the deep feminists, there's nothing I could do. They're gonna hate me no matter what. I can't change that shit. Facts in the chat. They're gonna forever hate me because of the LG shit. They're forever hate me because the Tate, the Trump, all that shit. So it's inevitable. I can't do anything about it. I'm cooked forever.
I'm sorry, I know this isn't very woke, but this is like
crazy
the most...
because I remember back when I was watching Adin Ross back in the days, he literally was having like transgender people on his streams, and it's not like he was making fun of them. He was actually really nice to them. So I don't think that Adin actually had a problem with the LGBTQ community. I just think that just the image that he had to build around himself to keep making the money that he was making, it just fucked him over at the end of the day. And then you start hanging out with Andrew Tate, you do a stream with Donald Trump, and you're talking to Sneeko, and yeah, bro, you don't have to do anything, but your public perception is cooked. Listen, I told y'all already, and I'm gonna tell y'all again. Digital footprint is a real thing, and it matters.
I've ever seen in my life. If I was your dad, and I feel like you are seeking a daddy, if I was your dad and I saw this clip, I would give you a call out of concern. Which hopefully right now at this point in this journey we call life, regardless of whatever emotional front you are putting up, I hope you're doing that. Because again, getting taxed by Crips, bit of a rock bottom situation, which I hope and I pray you can learn from.
You can't do that.
Why can't
you
I?
thinking you popping and talking shit about that sister? I'm gonna what she said in that art. AD let you get away with it the first time. He should have you around and he didn't. Niggas keep letting you get it off because they want to be cool with you. It's one thing to say, hey man, you know what? That lady ain't said your name, so you assuming it, you finna start calling her out her name. I'm telling you right now, 7th Street Crit, nigga not going for that.
I've already contacted police about that. I'm not a street rapper. Why don't these guys go slide on their ops, go slide for their people, and go after their ops?
Look, I don't need to do or say anything.
Hey, bro, Adin Ross he came out and said it. He's not a street nigga. Why is y'all coming for me? Go for y'all ops. I am just a streamer.
Thing from here, because to be honest, if you continue on this path, God is going to sort it out. I feel like what just happened was like a little bit of a bump. But look, I'm going to leave it here. I know you got some taxes to pay. I know you've got some lawsuits to worry about. I don't want to take away too much of your focus from these bigger fish to fry. But look, when it's all over and maybe things calm down and you have gained some, I don't know, intelligence and maybe some experience from the situation, I'll be here if you ever want to talk, if you ever want to talk to somebody who's not trying to take advantage of you or trying to use your platform.
The problem is, Mr. Fantano, you think you just cooked and you didn't cook shit. I ain't gonna lie, nothing that you just said about Adin Ross compares with the fact that you said the hard R. You're already packed up and out of here. So listen, nothing you says matters anymore.
For clout.
Adin Ross, I'm not gonna lie, niggas are gonna look at you weird because of what Fantano said, because you do hang out with a lot of weird people, but I don't want you to get it fucked up. Your public perception is not going to be any worse than it already was. Trust me. You're going to be fine.
Or trying to get money from you. Look, I'll even follow you on Instagram. You can message me back and we can have a nice...
Bro, can you block that nigga, Adin?
...long conversation about not being an idiot. Until then, I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. Have a good stream.
My nigga,
and I'll talk.
How about you don't be an idiot and clean up that neck beard? That shit looks nasty as fuck.
Talk to you later.
As black folks, we gotta stick together, man. You see how these white folks, handle confrontation? Fantano spent about 15 minutes trying to convince us that Adin Ross is a white supremacist and a racist and a terrible person. He spent 15 minutes trying to convince us of that. And then at the end of the 15 minutes, he tells this white supremacist, racist dude that he wants to convince us Adin is, oh, bro, I'll follow you on Instagram right now, and you can text me and hit me if you need.
Is that not the same thing you was just talking about Adin Ross doing? Talking about, oh yeah, Adin Ross is hanging out with all these white supremacists, whoop-de-whoop. Adin Ross is a whoop-de-whoop. And then you gonna come around here and say, yeah, just I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. Just get at me, we can talk. Nigga, how does that make you any better than Adin Ross? You're doing the same shit. Yeah, get the fuck up out of here, Fantano. You're done.
anything, bro. You see how they do? But if it was one of us going back and forth with another one of us, we would treat each other as if we're enemies for life. Do you understand there are black content creators? There were black content creators, bruh, who to this day still has been blocked on Twitter because I spoke out against Fantano saying the N-word with the hard R. Do you understand this?
Bro,
but
and them niggas are weird, bro. A lot of these niggas, I feel like, a lot of these higher tier content creators, a lot of these rappers and stuff, these people in these industries, I feel like a lot of them are just weird, bro. I don't know if like you get to a certain level and then you see the world differently and it starts to make you go fucking insane. But a lot of them are weird. They're not right in the head.
But Fantano is following back Adin Ross and telling Adin Ross they can talk whenever they want to talk.
Right.
Even though the same creators who blocked me for talking about Fantano, they think Adin Ross is a white supremacist. Fantano thinks so too. But Fantano can have open dialogue, but y'all blocked me for speaking on Fantano. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man, right? The only thing I'm happy about is Fantano stuck with the angle of Adin Ross and him directly. I'm just happy that he didn't transition into trying to speak up for Doechii or trying to like do the whole Doechii angle because, you know, like the brother Glasses Malone already handled that, right? We don't need the overbearing voice of Fantano coming in trying to be an authority in this situation. Glasses handled that. So I'm glad he didn't do that nonsense.
Glasses didn't do a very good job at handling that either. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? And if you're still watching, man, like and subscribe. And also click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out how Nick Fuentes...
Hey, I'm already subbed to the channel, just like you should be. And you saw how quick I just like Flacco's video. Like my video. Come on, it's a community. We got to work together. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this below. Adin Ross just got exposed again. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He didn't expose nothing that we didn't already know. Fantano, I didn't even know who you were before this video started. And now I just know that you're racist and ugly as shit and you got a neck beard that you need to trim up.